It's 11:20. We're at Nichols Lake Trailhead. We're heading to Timber Creek Trailhead, where we have a car stage about 30 miles away. And the rain has recently stopped, so I hope it's going to be a nice trip. 50 degrees this morning. Hopefully no mosquitoes. All right, we're starting the trail. We're leaving the spur trail from the parking lot, and we're going to head south to Nichols Lake and then head back north after we see Nichols Lake. Paul, one good thing about this weather, cooler weather, is the mosquitoes are all in hiding. Really greening up out here. There's some swamp. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that on the trail. Sprayed down good.
I did.
The mosquitoes are a lot worse than we thought. There's a pink lady slipper. Cool red pine forest we're walking through. And here's a spur trail to a campsite into Nichols Lake. Here's a really nice camping spot on Nichols Lake. And there's the lake. Had to get a view of it on this trip, so it was worth hiking south to see it. Heading north, back up to the parking lot where we started, passing Trailhead Lake. We're back to the spur trail to our car. We are crossing Cleveland Avenue. There's the North Country Trail sign. Follow the blue blazes. There's some morels. We should pick those for dinner tonight. Very well maintained trail register. No mice nests in it. We're passing Walk Up Lake back in there. Can't really see it too well. There's a lot of swampy areas along here attracting mosquitoes. Paul, let's camp next to the stagnant pond. Take a right.
Oh, it's pretty new.
Yeah, very new boardwalk. Passing Leaf Lake. The last one was just a swamp. Take a stroll down to it. Very pretty area around Leaf Lake with a lot of good camping opportunities. There are a lot of wetland areas along the trail. This is nice. Hemlock forest along Condon Lake. South end of Condon Lake, and there's a campsite right up on the other end. Coming up to High Banks Lake Campground, we'll go check it out. 2 camping sites up here, and it looks like they are full. A couple families camping in here. There's the outhouse here at High Banks, and it's about a 5-minute walk down this road and some more campsites. Quite a few campsites in here. We didn't go all the way to the end of the campsite area, which is behind us. Okay, we're back on the trail, heading north. More swamp. This is the Valley of the Ferns. This is actually High Banks Lake, and there's a campground back in there. There's a guy in a canoe. This is a spur trail to the High Banks Lake Campground. High Banks Campground, White Blaze, 0.44 miles. Somebody just caught fish, and we are not going to hike to the campground. We're going to keep going. There's High Bank Lake and the campground spur trail there. We're going to keep going north on the North Country Trail. There's some pretty large oaks scattered in this area. Got pretty fresh markings. There's a flowering dogwood, beautiful tree, starflower, Forest Service Road 5311, and there's some people camping, some spots in this area, a couple campsites. We're approaching a lot of wetlands, and I think Cedar Creek is up ahead. Crossing Cedar Creek among the alders. And the mosquitoes are bad here. I just inhaled one. Made it to 16 Mile Road. Another trail register at 16 Mile with some gloves, some coins and maps. What's that, partridge?
In a pear tree. That scared the bejeebers out of me.
Paul, we need to find some high ground for camping tonight.
We do.
They use shingles on this walkway. Works pretty well. Walking along the outskirts of a very large swamp. We're back in some higher elevation, drier area, so we are looking for a campsite. I think the mosquitoes won't be quite so bad up here. Wandered off trail a little bit and found this campsite, stealth camping on high ground, and there are no mosquitoes, so we picked a good spot. We made it. We found a dry ground without mosquitoes, and there is swamp literally everywhere. Cooking up some brats for dinner. Oh, what you got going there tonight?
I have plant-based pad thai with konjac noodles.
Good. Got a fire going with all this wet wood. Everything's very wet. Good night, Paul.
Good night.
Time for bed. There's my cozy tent. Here's our fire this morning. It's out. Beautiful night last night and clear morning with a few clouds. Food bags survived the night. No animals got our food bags. I've not seen one mosquito this morning and hearing a lot of birds. 8:30, we're on the trail, heading back to the trail. Paul, it's gonna be a beautiful day. Crossing 96th Street. Be a good place to fill up on the water. Forest Road 6264, and we just saw a vehicle. We passed through some higher elevation this morning, and now we're back down into the more swampy area again. Getting pretty wet in here. The trail's been pretty dry up to this point, but getting a few wet spots. Pretty fancy boardwalk.
New section, the tree must have demolished it.
Yeah. More swamp. Paul, would you rather be wading through this swamp?
I am very happy about the North Country Trail maintenance people.
Uh-oh, what are we gonna do here? Recent tree fall. I don't know, I wouldn't do that, Paul.
No.
This is quite a nice boardwalk. Bunchberry.
That's odd. Maybe you could just walk away from your...
Got a significant stream. Really pretty. Good place for water fill up. I am completely out. Filtering. Got some pretty yellow looking water out of that. They've got a lot of boardwalk built through this Sterling Marsh. This is one long boardwalk.
The Ed Chapel Boardwalk.
That's a big hemlock. Old one. And the yellow-bellied sapsucker's been busy on this tree. And there's a very large white pine. And some old cedars. It's a pretty good sized cedar. Arrived at Forest Road 6241 and the Sterling Marsh parking area. This could be Jenks Creek. Very clear stream with a sandy bottom. We're crossing Jenks Road. Still following Jenks Creek. We are crossing over Jenks Creek. And a buttercup is growing down there. We're crossing 76th Avenue and the blessing of the bikes is going on and Baldwin, and we see some motorcycles. Some good-sized white pines. There are a few tent caterpillars out. Yeah, there's the 76th Street parking. This looks like an old road grade, maybe an old railroad grade. Recent fire, I can still smell it. And they dug a fire barrier around it. Here's today's lunch. Hey Paul, that's a big chunk of cheese you got there.
Got some cheese, I got some peanuts and some dried cherries.
Looks like they had a windstorm in here. Here's a hemlock grove. Good water source. Pure Marquette River is down there somewhere. This is just beautiful. This is so pretty. We're out of the wetlands for a while. Some higher elevation. It's an unusual swamp crossing. Been walking through this kind of terrain for a while. We arrived at the spur trail to Bowman's Bridge Campground. This is pretty typical of the last 3 miles of hiking. That stream is running pretty good. Crossing Mack Road, and it's paved down in that direction. This is probably our biggest blockage of the trail since we started. It's still not that bad. Paul, can you squeeze under there? Yeah, that's dexterous. This is the steadiest climb we've had on the trail so far.
It is.
Pretty gradual, but
You can feel it.
yeah, you can feel it. Lasted a while. Climbed up 100, 150 feet. Now we're heading back downhill. Crossing 56th Street. intersection with the Bowman Lake Trail, which goes that way. And the thing intersects with the North Country up ahead. This is Bowman Lake, spur trail off the North Country Trail. This is site number 1, and we're gonna head over to site number 3 to camp tonight. Site number 2, site number 3, home sweet home. The best part of setting up camp, blowing up the mattresses. Got our tent set up on the site, and we didn't expect a view like this tonight, but it is gorgeous. And there's not a soul around. We got this place to ourselves tonight. Cooking up some chili tonight. Paul's doing some potatoes. It's gonna be good. I'm hungry. Potatoes and chili tonight. Fire's out. Must mean it's bedtime. Beautiful Monday morning. This is a Dyneema bear-proof bag Paul got for his trip coming up to Isle Royal. You need bear bags for Isle Royal now. We are on our way to Timber Creek Trailhead. We're back on the NCT. My hands are cold this morning.
Same here.
A few gradual climbs to start out the day. I think today we're going to be mostly in the higher elevations. Not so much swamp today. Very green and lush in here this morning. There's a entrance to the Bowman Lake Trail, and we'll hit that again up near 40th. Made it to 40th Street, and the parking lot's right down there. Bowman Trailhead parking is behind us. After you get onto 40th Street, short walk down 40th Street. There's our first sign of civilization, a house. And we turn here back into the woods. There's the trail. Don't want to miss it. Power lines. There's a stream down there. Not sure of the name. Yeah, this would be a good water source. Oh, Paul, oh man. Are you hurt?
Almost couldn't believe I didn't.
Hey, Paul.
Hey. Nice looking little stream.
Very nice. This is heading towards the Pere Marquette River, but not sure the name of it. Hey there.
Hey.
Here's our first deer sighting. Other than that, the only mammal I've seen is a squirrel, black squirrel. Forest Road 9911, Sulak Road, recreational area. Sulak Campground is right up this road. I think we're heading down into the Pere Marquette River Gorge. There's the Pere Marquette River. South Branch Road, right on the Pere Marquette. Upper Branch Bridge River access down that way. We are crossing the bridge. We're crossing over the Pere Marquette River, Paul. We've been walking down this road about 5 minutes and we got some railroad tracks.
Going to see what it's like on the other side of the tracks.
Yeah. Okay, we just crossed the tracks. Now we gotta take a right here down the North Country Trail. Turning back into the woods off Wingleton Road. About a 10-minute walk down Wingleton to Metropolis. For saplings, I think, so they don't get eaten by the deer.
Totally tubular.
Crossing Southbridge Road. And this is the first grade we've had in a while since the Pere Marquette River. Made it to US 10. Timber Creek parking lot should be on a spur trail off the main trail. Here's the spur trail to the campground in our car with the white blaze. 11:32, made it to the campground. We completed 28 mile of the North Country National Scenic Trail. Again, outhouse at the campground. They've got a pump at the campground. Paul's car is here.
I'll just throw your back down.
We did it. 32 miles from Nichols Lake to Timber Creek Campground. Not many mosquitoes, which was nice. A few ticks. Trail was maintained very well. Overall, very enjoyable trip we had. 11:30, we're back in the car. Back at the Nichols North Trailhead. Heading south for home. Good trip, Paul.
Again?